Welcome to Writing the Lights Out, episode 12. I'm your host, P.T. Hilton. Let's talk writing. So, this week I want to talk a little bit about books about the craft of writing. It's a category of books that I really like, however, I find it's difficult to find good ones. There's a lot out there, but they kind of fall into two different categories usually for me. They're either in the category where they really kind of almost insult the reader's intelligence. The kind of books that say this is what a character is. This is what a setting is. Your novel will need a setting. It has to take place somewhere. That is a setting. These books that kind of like assume that we've never read a novel before and, insult the intelligence a little bit. The second category of books is those books that feel a little like skeevy, almost like a get rich quick kind of books, like the 5 Steps to the Best-Selling Novel, or No Story, No Problem, those kind of books. Sometimes when I'm walking down the writing aisle at the bookstore or the library, I almost feel like remember in the old days when they had the video stores that had a little section in the back that was cut off with a curtain. I almost feel like I'm going into that back room of the old video stores when I walk down the writing aisle, because of some of those books that just feel a little like, they like the books themselves are get rich quick schemes for the author. So a lot of the books fall into one of those two categories, and when I find a good one, I get really excited about it. So I did find a good one this week that I wanted to share with you all, and that is The Successful Novelist by David Morrell. David Morrell is a author who has written a ton of thrillers, an author I respect a lot. He wrote First Blood, he created Rambo. He wrote a lot of great thrillers. He wrote this one book called Creepers that I like a lot, which is about urban explorers. There's a lot of great ones that he's written. So when I first saw this book, The Successful Novelist, and I saw the title, I was like, but then I saw it was by David Morrell, and then I got excited and decided to check it out. David Morrell, in this book, he makes some great decisions as far as he doesn't talk down to the reader. He, assumes that wanting to be writers, we've read a lot, and he references a lot of great books, uses snippets from great books to illustrate a lot of his points, and he has really specific advice, which is great, and I find very helpful. 2 chapters of this book that really helped me. One was one called What Not to Do in Dialogue. And it's a chapter that's all about dialogue attribution. So the kind of he said, that kind of stuff. A really in-depth discussion of that. I mean, it's like 10 pages or so on just that, and really, really great. The next chapter that really helped me was the psychology of description. He has a way of looking at description and talking about description that raised some things I hadn't thought of before. Very helpful stuff. So if you're looking for really specific advice from somebody who knows what they're talking about, David Morrell's book, The Successful Novelist, I recommend it. Very good. So that's going to do it for this week. Next week, I'll come back and talk a little bit about my writing goals for 2014. In the meantime, head over to pthilton.com and check out my series of articles called Something to Love, which is a weekly series about the best in pop culture. That's going to do it for this week. I'll talk to you next time. Until then, keep writing the lights out.